Hello and welcome. My name is Marc Blatstein, the physician founder of Physician Pre-Sentence Report Service. Today, I'm going to discuss your first day in federal prison. This is when it becomes very real. And preparation is going to be a common theme throughout all my YouTubes, throughout my entire website. And for transparency's sake, while I'm still a practicing physician, or I have my license is still active. I was convicted of a felony a little under 20 years ago, and back in 2010, my license was reinstated in full. But I chose to transition over to working with all of you because I just couldn't wrap my arms around the fact that I was as unprepared as I was. And so, in that vein, first day in federal prison, whether you self-surrendered or you were remanded, there's things that you should be aware of. And I've gone through both. And the most unprepared I was when I entered one of the facilities and I was immediately put in isolation, in the hole, in the shoe, whatever you want to call it. I was just unprepared to be stuck in a cell, only to be told that I could be there for a month, that my paperwork wasn't there, and I didn't get it. And I just was beside myself. So first, let me start by saying is that your time in the Federal Bureau of Prisons will be temporary. You will be released at some point in time. Second, it is not unusual to be put into isolation initially. I did not know this, but had I been prepared, I would have had sent to myself books mailed to me, softback paperback books, either from home or through Amazon, nonfiction type books, something that would have been ready for me to begin to read to take some of the sting out of being in solitary confinement. But when you first present to federal prison, at least for me, I was unprepared. Next, you don't want to bring your pre-sentence report with you. You don't want to, but you can bring legal mail. You can, if you have a large medical file, you can bring that in an envelope and put on the envelope legal mail. You can also bring a contact list with their names, address, phone number, email address, and you can put that in with your legal mail. You can bring, a wedding ring, but it can't be fancy. It can't be worth more than $100. You're not going to bring in a watch or any kind of jewelry of any kind. Any clothes you bring are going to be turned around and sent home. You can bring medications with you. If you're on medications, hopefully you have reviewed all the medications you are on long before your pre-sentence interview. And if there were any issues, that was brought up by yourself, the person who has helped you mitigate or reviewed with your attorney all of your issues that you had medical wise, so that allotments that this was addressed before your pre-sentence interview. If there were issues where they're not available through the Federal Bureau of Prisons that your physicians were made aware, potentially they are now ready to go into the sentencing hearing with you. The Federal Bureau of Prisons does not take any orders regarding medical care or prescriptions directly from a judge. They do not do that. This is why it's important to have those doctors available at the sentencing hearing so that the judge can ask them questions. Unfortunately, I had to go to two camps, and that's another YouTube that I can get into at another point in time. But at one of them, I was able to bring in cash money for the commissary. At the other one, I was actually also able to bring in cash money. But what I'm hearing is that some facilities allow you to bring in cash, others do not. So in that particular example, you may want to think about having cash, or think about having money sent to you a day, let's say, before you arrive, so that it is available for your commissary. And you can do that through MoneyGram, Western Union. And how you do that is by, the prison you're going to, so you can go online, your prison number, go online and then find that prison, download their A&O admissions and orientation handbook, and then you can go search. And with your prison number, then you're able to send in following the instructions through the admission and orientation handbook and have that money available to you as you arrive, so that you can, at your earliest time you're allowed to go to commissary, get your basic needs: toothbrush, toothpaste, socks, underwear, sneakers, a watch, etc. I hope you found this helpful. Please, all of this information I have available through the website, through my YouTubes, but don't let all this content go unheeded, because you will find, if you do, that it will be sorely needed once you finally arrive. I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to listen, and have a good day.